RFE-TV, Rural America's most important network.
Hey, welcome, folks. We've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about working with the gaited horse, training and riding the gaited horse. A lot of misconceptions, a lot of different ideas going on in the gaited horse industry. We're going to give you a perspective of a professional gaited horse clinician, as well as myself. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. When they're in a clinic, it says, well, this is a gaited horse, he has to be ridden this way. Well, this is a gaited horse, he has to use this particular bit or this particular outfit. And so I think that's a pretty big misconception. I love the gaited horse. I've done quite a few clinics over the years for different breeds through the Gaited Horse Association. You know, a lot of gaited horses that we've worked with over the years, certainly not an expert, but I understand a horse, how it should carry itself. I had a gentleman that's been doing this for a lot of years, came to a clinic of mine. Him and I got to talking about it. He offered some great insight. It's what I've been saying for many, many years, and maybe the gaited horse community will listen to us now. But I'm talking about Larry Weitzel. Larry, tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I showed in the very beginning, so I learned all the typical gaited horse training.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a classical trainer, Dominique Barbier, and my horses would do anything. I win national championships, grand national championships, but I didn't feel my horses liked me. So I thought, I'm going to go learn from him. What I found out was all of my training was about making the horse what I thought I wanted him to be. So I've gone to a lot of classical trainers, and I've tried to become a horseman.
Just because somebody doesn't train a gaited horse, but if they get good horsemanship, you can benefit a lot from it. Would you agree?
Well, I always say you don't have to go to a gaited trainer. You got to go to somebody who puts a foundation on the horse, teaches the horse balance.
So no matter if it's a warm blood, quarter horse,
it's a horse.
You know, whatever it is, a draft horse, a foundation is important.
And if you read all the gaited brochures, they all claim that their horses are naturally gaited. Well, because they're genetically bred to gait. So if the horse is genetically bred to gait, really, if you put him in balance, teach him to understand the bridle and make him soft, he should do what his genes tell him to. I shouldn't have to make him gait.
There you go. Same as a cow horse, you know. You put the foundation on them, but sooner or later they've got to take over working a cow. And you can't manipulate them so much to where you're trying to get them to work for you instead of them working what they should do.
When you're trying to manipulate a horse, like, you know, it's popular to hold him back, mm-hmm. You're trapping the horse within your aids. You're not allowing him to have freedom of movement within your aids. So when you hold an aid on, in reality, the horse thinks he's being punished.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your clinics and what you try to do in your clinics.
If I do a 3-day or a 5-day clinic, usually by the last day, I have a couple people coming up saying, well, when are we going to make them gait? I've been teaching you the whole weekend. You know, for a horse that gait, when he's walking and I ask him to gait, I have to teach him how to be prepared to go to gait. Mm-hmm. I don't want to just spur him and drive him into the bridle and hold him back. I've got to prepare him to make that transition from walk to gait. Yep. So I'm spending the whole weekend plus it makes a safe trail horse, as you know.
It does, yes, sir.
So essentially, I'm going to train a gaited horse and a trotting horse exactly the same way. And once I get them soft and in balance and forward, if their genes say gait, they gait. And I haven't done anything that the horse didn't need. You know, I need to give the horse what he needs. So this horse was a show horse, and so he was high-headed and running through the bridle. We're not finished with him, but we've got him to put his head down, soften his back, and now he actually gaits easier. He gaits on a loose rein. You don't have to hold him.
A little bit more natural, a little easier for him.
And the gait is more fluid and softer.
Mm-hmm.
So we've taught him to counter both leads.
Now, let me get back to that. you teach your gaited horses to canter.
especially if they pace. If
Okay.
a horse that paces is on the forehand, he doesn't use his hind end, and he's rigid in his neck and his back.
Yep.
So if he's not using his hind legs and he's rigid through his neck and back, he has no rhythm. What could teach him to use his hind legs and loosen his spine up better than canter? So if we teach him to canter, they gait.
If you do it right, if the fundamentals and the softness and the lift in the back and do all those things correctly, those horses
They have
will,
to 3-beat canter and take the departure, and they have to canter on both leads for it to really clean the gait up.
Gotcha. Show us these exercises you do, Larry. You can see right here, they can see this little horse is softening up to a nice feel right there. We call it a feel, meaning that he's given to the bridle right there, and it looks good.
When she moves him up the gate, she probably will tip his nose to his right shoulder so she has a little bit of a lateral bend.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She will ask him maybe to leg yield over a step or two
Okay.
to go up so he uses his right hind leg, because we need him to learn to go up to gate and see he's already inverted a little bit.
So you
And
do
that's
use
not
you
bad,
do use your leg there. Yep.
Well, and actually, I don't need my leg to leg yield him out. I can lift the rein, and
Yep.
my seat can take him out. Because if I put my leg on him, he's going to throw his head up.
Yep. Yep. Very good. Well, I'd like to see him canter around.
All right. She's going to tip his nose in now, probably because she's going to leg yield him out a little bit sometimes to help him.
That's not a bad little lope right there. You keep your behind down just a little bit, Jennifer. That'll help drive him. You're kind of coming up at a post when you're loping. Does that make sense? Just stay down and help drive him. So when you come up, you lose his back a little bit. Stay down. Lower your pelvis down. Keep driving. Through. That's better. That's better.
It's important for gaited horses because too many people are under the impression that you train them different, you use different bits, you use all this stuff different, but they balance just like a trotting horse. They have the same emotions. Biomechanically, they work the same, but their genes just tell them to gait. But we don't need to do things differently with them for their sake. First day, and maybe even still a little bit, he throws his head up and inverts his back too easily. So that's going to have to change over time. It can't change. And so when he gets his head up, his hind legs go back. So now he's pushing on the hand. And he might not push hard on the hand, put a big enough, strong enough bit, but he is still going to, running through the bridle with his hind legs.
Yep. Okay. Bob, you want to ride him around a little bit and show us what he's doing there? See how he's not keeping an equal distance there. See how you're letting him lean in over here, Bob? See we're in the middle of the circle, right? So you can see that you're not keeping us in the middle, right? So about 4 feet over there, you're letting him duck in, picking that shoulder up, keeping an equal distance. Why don't you go ahead and we'll just move him up into a gate, or so he's just trotting right there.
Yeah, because he hit the mouth.
Yep.
The second he hit his mouth, he trotted.
He just needs to be balanced up a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah.
And then the gate will come.
Yeah, I do like his head is in a completely different position than a week ago.
Yep.
And so the horse is a lot calmer and thinking.
Yep.
So he can learn.
Yeah, he had a hard time even getting him to go around the arena the first day.
So right now he's trotting.
Yep.
I would let him trot for a couple weeks, and I would start showing the horse how to find balance, how to bend through the ribs, how to use the hind leg.
Yep.
If we're going to argue over how you're going to balance and gait, you're not going to learn either one.
Sure.
So I'm just going to let him trot and start. And when I get him round and engaged, I guarantee he will gait.
Yep. Yep.
Bob, bring him in. Would you get on him and ride him, Chris?
All right. I'm sure I can.
Coming to Chris's, I've obviously learned little things here and there, how to tweak what I do. What I do is very similar, but the biggest thing I've learned is how to present it better to the people that I'm trying to teach. And maybe I pay attention to this too much when I should be paying attention to this before I get to this. So sometimes I might be putting the cart before the horse. And he's kind of helped me understand that the horse needs a few things before I get to what I think the horse needs.
And just go to pulling on his head and kicking him in the belly. I'm not going to feel what kind of feel he has. So I'm just working on some feel right here, letting him realize that I'm pretty forgiving. When he gives to me, I give to him. I'm giving to his feet. And then I'm going to eventually connect the rein to the mouth and the mouth to the feet. And there we go. There we go. There we go. Just leaning on me just a little bit there. There we go. There we go. So I just change sides, and that's just important to me when I first get on a horse.
I don't care whether they're trotting, gaited. It makes no difference in the beginning. Don't just look for a gaited horse trainer. The things that I do, pretty much like Chris, I didn't learn anything I do from a gaited trainer.
Make sure I can feel their feel on what I'm trying to achieve here. So I'm gonna just go along here, Larry, and just do a few things that on a loose rein. Instead of just going in a circle, I'm just going to pick my hand up here. I'm really big on angles, you know. What I like to do about this horse is just get him where he's balanced. Just get him where he's balanced, where he follows my hand, follows that rein. And then when I can get him where he's balanced and he's comfortable, then I believe his feet and his naturalness of his gait will occur correctly when he's comfortable and he's balanced. Watch when I go to soften him up, and I'm just doing this a little bit, he'll start getting a little bit more balanced in his gait. There we go. That's better. Stand between my legs and my reins. He's wanting to lope there, that's okay. I'll just keep him straight, keep his shoulders square. So he tells me he just needs to be able to be his energy controlled just a little bit more. I go over here and I go square, keeping my hands forward. I'm not pulling on him. As I come by here, I'll shake those reins. So you see that he's doesn't have any contact with his mouth, only when I want to steer him and guide him. But if I close my knees, Jennifer, this is what happens. See there? See the behind? So I can't drive. Watch his back. See there? He loses his cadence, doesn't it? Just by that little bit, if I stay down and I drive him to my hands, and I'm not, what I mean by driving, it's just my weight. It's my balance, my core. He's telling me he's wanting to kind of slow down, but just a little bit, I'm going to ask him to come back in. Here, rest right here. I'll just kind of loosen up a little bit. We're going to come back to a little bit of a gait here. There it is right there. There it is. As soon as he gets a relaxed feel, and he has cadence to his rhythm, and that's the whole thing. It doesn't matter. When it has a cadence to his rhythm, and he's soft and relaxed, it's got to be good. I haven't seen these horses backed up, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to back him up. It's one of the last things I do. Pick that front end up. There we go. I might bring his hips this way. There we go. I'll back him and bring his hips this way. There we go. I'll back him right there. There was a change. I'll bring his hips this way. You see he'll gap his mouth. There, he gave to me a little bit. I gave back to him. It'll be ugly at the beginning. To get him to find that release. Find that release. As soon as he softens up and relaxes, I give it back to him. If I don't turn those hindquarters, I'm not going to take away that stiffness. He tried there for me pretty good, so I just left him alone. You watch, I've got a little bit more of a headset on him here. Now I've just got to get him to where his feet start coming with that softness. There it is right there. There it is right there. I'm just telling him, I said, hey, there's a little puzzle. Remember I told you earlier, I set things up for them. A little puzzle, a little challenge. Let's find that little challenge. And my hands, Larry, aren't being pulled down. I'm actually keeping his shoulders up right here. Keeping his shoulders up by this angle. The trusting of the hands is very important. So you watch me now when I just touch his mouth, you watch the softness there. See there? See the softness? It just softens up. Softens up. So he softens up. I'm not going to go around here with him with a constant asking him to collect up, but I'm just going to work on increments at a time. See there? And it has everything to do with, Jennifer, it has everything to do with my seat. I can't get this if I have my seat up here. The back will be down. My seat has everything to do with my hands, and my hands are up there. We go. Has everything to do with my seat. So, gaited correctly will soften. It should be about softness. See there? Soft, soft, soft. Balanced. Soft and balanced. So when I pick him up and steer him, I'm looking for that give. I'm always looking for that give. As I go along right here, see there? I just touch him right here, just looking for that give. See, I create a habit of him wanting to give. But I've got to be careful about if you try to put it together too soon for too long, it's not a reward. It's always got to be a reward for him. See, watch when I can just stand up here and pick up on his mouth. See, he'll still give to me. See there? No matter where my hands are, I've taught him to mentally give, not a physical give. It's a mental give. I don't want his head on his chest. I just want him to soften to my hands, and no matter where my hands are, I want him to give. And to all the gaited horse people out there, this man has it figured out where you don't have to think as conventional gaited horse training. You can think of general horsemanship, whether it's dressage or whatever it is, lifting the back, connecting the feet to the rein, getting those horses to move out naturally, happy and relaxed. Then you've got your horse you always wanted. Yeah.
What I saw, the horse got much softer, lighter in the bridle. The horse started to be in a better balance. And so the horse was very trotty and mixy-gaited in the beginning, but as Chris got him soft and freer, the horse had the most beautiful, even 4-beat gait with his head down. The horse looked very soft. So too many gaited horses look like they're struggling to gait. That horse today looked like gait's the easiest thing in the world for him to offer. Thank you.
So thanks, Larry.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you being here all the way from Cookeville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
If y'all ever get a chance, go to one of Larry's clinics. He has 3 days and 5 days there in Cookeville, Tennessee, and you go across the country as well, don't you?
Yeah, I travel all over the United States. Anymore, Jennifer goes to Canada and Europe. As I'm getting older, I don't go to other countries anymore.
Yes, sir. Very good. Well, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this part of the show. We're talking about the gaited horse, working and training the gaited horse. In other words,